We're here in Monte Carlo for the Rendez-Vous de Septembre. For AM Best TV, I'm Richard Banks. I'm joined now by Gary Masters and Shaun Sinniah from AHJ Miller. Gentlemen, good to see you. Welcome.
Good to see you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Well, I guess congratulations on the deal. Tell us what that means for the broking sector.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for the broking sector, it means more choice. For clients, it means more focus on specialty lines business from two organizations that share a lot of very similar values and definitely a very common outlook on how we should service and serve our clients.
Yeah, I think the approach that we're adopting is one that carries on with the culture that Miller's had for 123 years and AHJ for 52 years, which is to focus on the clients at the end of the day. And to make sure that the offering that we're there today for is capable of being delivered and is there for the future.
Excellent. So hard markets provide a real chance for brokers to show their worth. Tell us a little bit about your experience of the most recent hard market and perhaps what we can expect as the market turns.
Yeah, look, our experience of the hard market has been pretty similar to everyone else's. I think in specialty lines, there's been a lot of differentiation by line, by cedent, by region, and that lends itself to needing to have a very specialist focus on those lines of business. While there has been challenges for cedents as they've tried to manage retentions, pricing environments, etc., we've also found a lot of partnership from reinsurers through the cycle to try and find deals that work for both parties.
Yeah, and I think, as Shaun says, we're looking at opportunities that we can actually secure for clients during all the market cycles. But it is a particularly exciting time for us as we come together. We've got the treaty capabilities as we had them at AHJ, and added to that the treaty capabilities of the guys that were working with Miller, got Miller Re, and of course the facultative teams, which is a great addition as far as AHJ's personnel are concerned. Facultative reinsurance was an area that we were often approached on, but we weren't always in a position to provide the necessary products, frankly.
So do you gentlemen have a sense as to where we are in the reinsurance cycle?
Yeah, I think we're in very much a transitionary phase now. I think reinsurers have enjoyed a level of profitability for the last couple of years, which maybe needs to be revisited and looked at. And I think cedents are also, more importantly, talking about what growth looks like in the next phase of this cycle. And as they do that, I think the common sense will be less around a hard market or a soft market and much more tacked into the specialty markets, which really for most clients provide an opportunity to grow in areas that are really virgin territory for them.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think as far as this particular period of time is concerned, one of the things that we've identified over many years is that, the continuity that there is offered by teams that have been in market for many, many years is highly valued. And I think when people do enter these areas afresh, they'll have the comfort of knowing that they're dealing with brokers that have got that knowledge and skill set to handle the business that they're wanting to participate in.
You both talked a little bit about specialty lines and specialty markets. Tell us a little bit about what you've been talking to your clients about in that particular arena.
Yeah, that's a great question, Richard. I think we've really been talking to them about positioning for growth within the specialty lines. So for cedents who aren't perhaps as au fait with certain areas, talking to them about where they can get outsized growth, talking to them about products which we're seeing in London but perhaps can be exported overseas to the client base that Gary and the AHJ team enjoyed, and also talking to them about how the market can really support their specialty aspirations. We're seeing the marine and energy market becoming very interesting, the political violence and terror market being very interesting. And I think, again, that offers real growth opportunities for our cedents. And I think that's the part of the cycle that I think they should be excited about.
Yeah, and I'd just add to that, Shaun, the fact that we've got the ability to talk with the insurance expertise within the Miller Group as well. Yeah. That's a big advantage and something that I have to confess at AHJ was lacking for 52 years, but is very welcome now that we have it. Very welcome.
So as you come together, obviously opportunities to consider perhaps new thinking, new ways of doing business. A lot of talk here in Monte Carlo about AI. Is that something that's on your agenda? Is it a challenge? Is it an opportunity?
Yeah, I think AI is a huge opportunity for us, obviously within the broking fraternity, to understand our data and understand where the best place for a client's risk to meet capital is. At AHJ Miller, we run one business across the globe, so we place business in the most efficient place for the client. And I think AI is going to be a big part of that going forward. I think the second aspect of that is as cedents look at their own portfolios and try to understand what are their drivers of risks, brokers really need to be thinking about how we position to guide our clients through that conversation as opposed to reacting to it.
Yeah. What issues are being missed now that will be most important in the future?
Well, I'm not sure I've got an answer to that, Richard, because I'm always surprised by our market as to what we have missed, and they crop up from time to time. But I hope that we as a team are in a position to try and identify any of those areas that there are available for us to actually help in. But we've got a very kind of stable client base. We think we know what it is that they're seeking. They let us know if we haven't got that right. But we're anticipating that going forward, we'll identify collectively with our clients those areas that need to be addressed.
Yeah, I fully concur, Gary. I think, to quote Donald Rumsfeld, the unknown unknowns are there. But I do have to say, I think the way you insulate from that as a broker is by having a deep understanding of your clients, what their motivations are, what their aspirations are, and how we can protect them and help support profitable growth.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great to talk to you today.
Thank
All the
you
very
very
best.
much. Thank you.
For AM Best TV, I'm Richard Banks.